So one of the reasons I fell in love with strongman is the exact same reason that sometimes it's hard to train for strongman. It's not like powerlifting or Olympic weightlifting where it's the same movements. You know, in powerlifting, you're always squatting, benching, and deadlifting. In Olympic weightlifting, you're always snatching and clean and jerking. But for strongman, every single event, there's something different to train for. And the fact that there's so much variety for someone like me really helps me to stay motivated, stay focused. Just doing the same repetitive movements over and over and over again is good for some people. But for someone like me, I have what I call fitness ADD, where I have to be doing something different every single time in order to keep me engaged, in order to keep me motivated, to keep me looking forward to the next training session. Now, with that being said, the fact that there's so much variety, it's going to be hard to have the very specific apparatus that you'll be competing with. The most recent challenge that I've ran into is the Sandbag Toss. I'm competing in about 2 months. We have a whole variety of strongman equipment, but the sandbag is one that we don't have here yet. So that's forcing me to get creative. That's forcing me to find a way to train the movement patterns and not necessarily the event itself. Obviously, when you're trying to peak for an event, the ideal situation is to be able to train the sport-specific event. However, with strongman, that's not always the case. So I'm going to show you guys today the top 3 exercises I've been using to train for the sandbag toss. I'll start with an honorable mention. I think that a hang power snatch would translate so well into a sandbag toss. However, the reason this is not one of my top 3 exercises is because it's such a technical movement that I believe most strongmen cannot perform this well. I'm not ranking these exercises in any particular order. I'm just showing you the 3 exercises that I'm constantly rotating within my program to peak for this event. So the first exercise I'm showing you is a kettlebell snatch. What I'm practicing on doing is swinging that kettlebell in between my legs and practicing that same movement pattern, which is essentially just a triple extension. So when I'm tossing that sandbag, I'm gonna load my hips, I'm gonna load my hamstrings and my quads, and I'm exploding, creating that power with my lower body. So I'm practicing that exact same movement pattern with the kettlebell. But obviously I'm not releasing the kettlebell. So what I'm looking for here is I'm bracing my core. I'm hiking that kettlebell in between my legs like I'm hiking a football. And now I'm generating all that power with my lower body. Oh man, let me get my heart rate down. You can tell I need to get my work capacity up because my heart rate's so high. But what's good about this is you can overload the movement pattern. Since you're not releasing the weight, I'm not looking to throw it high. You can really go heavy with that kettlebell. The heaviest weight I'm gonna throw is 35 pounds. And this is a 52-pound kettlebell. So just being able to overload that same movement pattern is gonna be beneficial anyways. The next movement I'm using to get ready for that sandbag toss is a rebound medicine ball toss. So this is kind of a variation of a rebound vertical jump where you're gonna step off of a block or a bench. But the reason we're gonna step off of a block is to really absorb that momentum and use that stretch reflex to be able to generate more power. So you're teaching your body how to create more power is essentially what I'm trying to say. So the way you do this, you would start on the edge of the block. I'm stepping off and I want both of my feet to hit at the exact same time. And I'm gonna load my hips, load my lower body, and then explode vertically. I'm focusing on bracing my core here. Big brace up top. Stepping off, absorb and reproduce that power. Right back up. And I would only do anywhere from 1 to 3 reps per set. Again, the whole point of this exercise is to generate as much power as you can. If you're doing 5 to 10 reps, there's no way that you're producing a whole lot of power in your 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th rep. At that point, you're already fatigued, so your muscles can't contract nearly as efficiently. So 1 to 3 reps, 100% effort. Last but certainly not least is the triple broad jump. The reason the triple broad jump made the list is because we're focusing on the movement pattern. And a triple broad jump is really just a triple extension, generating as much force, as much power as we possibly can. So that's the exact same thing we're doing with sandbag toss. We're generating as much power in that triple extension. So I want to train my body to be able to generate as much power as possible in that movement pattern of a triple extension. Now, I've noticed a trend where strongman is kind of swinging back to being a little bit more athletic. So movements like this are going to be beneficial anyways. Becoming more powerful, more agile, more athletic is going to benefit you in the long run for strongman.